and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today these are the 5 pairs of earrings that I will be making. Most of the parts for these earrings came from Sam's bead box for the month of February 2023, and I absolutely love how these turned out. Most of them are incredibly simple to make, and I just think the beads are so beautiful. So if you would like to see how these earrings came about, then stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the tools that I will be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of cutters, and 1 set of round nose pliers. And I want to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set, and as the name suggests, these tools are incredibly comfortable to use. They are very high quality, very well made. I've been using these tools for a very long time, and they are still in excellent shape. And the biggest thing for me, I see these type of tools in the store all the time, or even online, where they are smaller tools, and they certainly do work. But as soon as I found these tools and felt how it used to use tools with adult size grips, I just can't imagine using anything else. So I will have this tool set linked below, along with everything else I use in the video that did not come from the bead box. So many of the beads in this bead box came in a pair of 2. So to me, it just kind of led me to making different pairs of earrings. So I will link that opening video below in the description box as well, so that it will give a detailed description of every single bead. Here's the first pair of earrings that I will be making. For each pair, I will have one made, and we will make one together. So these elephant beads, honestly, they are the design. I absolutely think these are beautiful, and I love that silver wash in the grooves and that weathered look. So here we go. We're gonna make this very simple component, and we're gonna start with one of the flat disc beads, then add the elephant bead. And to the top of it, I used a 3mm spacer from my own stash. And then, of course, one of these faceted beads that also came from the bead box. So we're gonna make a loop on the top. I'm gonna go in with my round nose pliers just above that top bead, bend it back with my fingers, and go in with my cutters. And then before I close this loop, I'm going to go ahead and put on the ear wire. I'm going to go back in with my round nose pliers right here at the top and rotate it and close that loop, just like that. So here is the first very simple pair, but I just think these elephant beads are super cool. On to the next one. All right, so here is the next one. So we're going to make each one of the components first. For this top one, I'm going to use an eye pin and this large barrel faceted bead. So here we have both of the flat round beads on the either side. When I make a loop with an eye pin, I want to make the loops facing the same direction. So I'm going to set it right on my finger and hold it by the beads. Go right in on the top with my round nose pliers, bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters. And then you can see this one on the top. So before I close it, I'm going to put on the ear wire, rotate it back around with my round nose pliers, and close that loop. Just like that. And with the bottom component, I'm using a flathead pin. And from my own stash, I have these 5mm spacers and then these beautiful round flat beads that came in the bead box. So for flathead pins, you don't have to worry about which direction the loop is facing. Go in just above the top bead, bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters. And before I close this one, I'm going to connect it to the top component, and then go back in with my round nose pliers and close that loop, just like that. All right, here is the second pair. On to the next one. All right, so here is the next one. And this is another one of the things that came with two in it, with the fleur-de-lis at the bottom, the charms. So I, of course, had to use them in one of my pairs of earrings. So we're gonna make this component in the middle. I have an eye pin, and I'm using these 4-leaf bead caps. And here's the component here with that large pearl in the middle. And once again, I want the loops facing the same direction, and go in with my round nose pliers just above that top bead and bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters, and I'm going to go ahead and put that ear wire on top and rotate it and close that loop. And I'm going to connect the charm to the bottom loop with a 4mm jump ring. Take the jump ring, open it, and simply connect both the component and the charm and close the jump ring. Here's the third pair, on to the next. And here's the fourth pair. I love these almost saucer Saturn type beads. They are weathered, they're chipped, and in it says that, and honestly, to me, that kind of adds to the charm. I really like them. And from my own stash on these, I'm going to be using the 3mm spacer beads and these purple 4mm pearls. So I have a flathead pin. So here are the 3 at the bottom. And once again, the 4-leaf bead caps. And that large weather bead is in the center. And of course, I have the bead caps surrounding it on either side. So here is the order on the component. I like how the beads kind of get smaller and bigger and smaller. That looks really cool to me. So with the flathead pin, it doesn't matter which way the loop is facing. And this is a little bit of a smaller end with the pin. So you're gonna go at the end, make it the same way, bend it, but it might be a little bit harder to bend this one around at the top. Just like that. Go in with your cutters and you're just kind of trimming it a little bit. And then at the top, I'm gonna add the ear wire. Go in with my round nose pliers and close that loop, just like that. Here's the fourth pair, on to the last one. And here is my last pair. So for this, I am using an eye pin. So here is the very simple order. I'm using a couple of my 4mm purple pearls, the 3mm spacers, and then the big pearl in the center, and then the same on the other side. So I made this similar to how I make large hoop earrings, but just with an individual pin. I'm going to bend this up and then put this pin through the eye of the pin. So I'm going to try to show this here on camera. It might be a little bit of a weird angle. So I'm going to bend it up on both sides, just like this. And bend it through. And then when I originally put this part on, the circle down here was a little wonky, but it's all right because you can bend it in shape. So I'm going to bend this in and put this through the eye of this pin. Just like that. Bend it down. I know my fingers are covering it. I don't know how to do it without blocking it. So you can see it's sort of taking shape there. And I'm going to trim just a little bit off the edge, just a little bit. So here's what it looks like currently. I'm going to hold it like this with the eye of the pin. I'm pushing it down with this finger into my thumb. So the eye of the pin is down as far as it can be. I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to roll back and make a loop out of this right here. So I'm going to take this with my round nose pliers and just start rolling it back. And then take it in and close the loop. So that's how the top of it looks. And there you have it. So now to add the ear wire at the top, it's very simple. You can just open the ear wire just a little bit, connect it to the loop we made at the top, and close it right back up. So here is the last pair, and I'm going to set all of them up on my display so we can see them better. All right. So here they are, and I have to say, I am very happy with how they turned out. And they're just so simple. I just love it. These elephants, I think they're so cool. I think they are the design, and they just didn't need a whole lot of extra to go along with them. I think that silver wash in the grooves, I love it. I absolutely love that pair. And then I like the purple shades. And like I said in the opening, there wasn't a whole lot of classic purple. There was a lot of darker shades of purple and lighter shades. So I really do think adding those pearls with the classic purple just kind of added a little bit to it. And again, just very simple. And then with those fleur-de-lis charms, I really love these. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and you ask such intelligent questions. And I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.